I first met you.
Why, Earl, that's fine. Yes, sir. Now, that was all right, Earl. How about the rest of you folks? Come on, let's all get in on this now. Elizabeth?
Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you.
Oh, that's the dandy. Yes, sir. That's one of the good old timers. Now, let's see, Lois?
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O. Was a quack, quack here and a quack, quack there, and here quack, there quack, everywhere quack, quack. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Now, those are all fine. Yes, sir, we all enjoyed that very, very much. You just can't beat the old songs, I guess. One more round to go, and while our statistical experts are adding up the scores, it's my pleasure to introduce our special guest tonight, a man who has done much to help create a better understanding between rural and urban America. He's chairman of the board of the Foundation for American Agriculture, vice chairman of the board of the Quaker Oats Company, and a member of the Business Advisory Committee of the United States Department of Commerce, Mr. Douglas Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. It is a great privilege for me, as a businessman representing one of the oldest grain processing companies in America, to speak to the farmers and their families. You farmers should be proud of your accomplishments. You comprise 20% of the population, and yet through your skill and hard work, you produce food and fiber for 140 million Americans and have large quantities left for export. A wonderful record. As a businessman, I say to you that industry cannot be prosperous unless agriculture is prosperous. America is still a land of great opportunity. I believe that in commerce and agriculture, the prizes to be won during the next 25 years are greater than ever, provided we adhere to our incentive system and the pattern of initiative, and that agriculture, business, and labor work together as a team. Certainly in our scheme of things, there is no place for a controlled and regimented economy. In America, a man is free to work at a job of his own choice, farming, manufacturing, or general business. He can take advantage of his opportunities, work with others as of equals, and enjoy the fruits of his own labor and the satisfaction of a job well done.
Thank you, Douglas Stewart. We enjoyed having you as our guest on RFD America. And now, Ed Cooper, I see you are waiting to give us the judge's verdict.
Yes, Joe, the semifinal winners are Elizabeth Stevermer and Earl Wilday. And Lois Young, that gives you the choice of two consolation prizes. What two are they going to be, Lois?
I'll take 1 and 2.
Numbers 1 and 2. Well, you know, Lois, you might not like to do the milking, but you're certainly going to like to do the washing from now on. How's this for a honey of a prize? A big, gleaming white ABC spinner washing machine. With your new ABC spinner, you'll notice a difference in speed, in efficiency, and the snow-white quality that you want in your washings, and something to sort of beautify yourself too, Lois. An exciting prize if there ever was one. It's a sparkling $500 keepsake diamond ring set in a brilliant mounting and protected by the keepsake certificate of guarantee and registration. Isn't that exquisite? A couple of mighty nice prizes.
Thank you so very much.
And now for that thrilling last round, battling it out for the Master Farmer title are Elizabeth Stevermer, last week's Master Farmer, and Earl Wilday, our farm flying enthusiast. Well, what do you know? Say, this is going to be a dandy round. Man versus woman. Well, here we go. Here's one from Dean McFall of Roseburg, Oregon, that should be fun. What remedies, good or bad, have you heard of to help a cow that has lost her cud? Earl?
Oh, tie a corn cob in her mouth. Oh, wait a minute. Take it back. A dirty rag, I believe, is better.
Well, yes, I hadn't heard about the corn cob, but I had heard about the dirty rag, the greasy rag.
Or a piece of bacon or something like that. I think I've heard that, too.
Well, actually, does a cow lose her cud, Earl?
Well, I guess she does, but she spits it out or swallows it.
Well,
no, she doesn't lose her cud.
No, she doesn't lose her cud. That's right. And there's another This is an old-time situation here of forcing a salt herring down the cow's throat. That might help.
I never heard that. We don't live in a territory where we can get salt
You
herring.
know that. All right. Let's see how fast we can go through this one from Marjorie Griffith of Brawley, California. She wants me to give you the name of one variety of a crop, and then you are to name another variety of the same crop. Here's the first one, country gentleman. Elizabeth.
It's the sweet corn.
Sweet corn, that's
and
right.
And the other kind is golden bantam.
Golden bantam, that's good enough for me. All right, how about Sea Island? Sea Island, Earl.
Stoneville. It's cotton.
That's right, Stoneville, cotton, Manchu is the next one. Elizabeth.
Soybean.
Soybean. What's the name of another variety? Earl?
Ogden, Lincoln.
Ogden, Lincoln, yes, sir. And how about this next one, Alta fescue? Elizabeth.
It's a grass.
It's a grass.
Braham grass.
Braham, very good. And how about Alberta? Alberta. Earl.
That's a peach. Oh, Haven. Hales Haven.
Hale Haven, And, all right, now, that's very, very good. Here's one from Mrs. L.W. Farrell of Mark Tree, Arkansas, that ought to set your imaginations to work. See if you can name at least 3 things that a left-handed person must do with his right hand. Elizabeth.
Comb their hair. Put on their shoes.
Well,
I disagree with her.
you disagree with her. What would you say in that instance, then, Earl?
Oh, I'd say that they had to clean the fingernails on the left hand with their right hand.
Yeah, that's a good one. Can you think of any others, Elizabeth?
Shake hands.
Shake hands, that's right, And can you think of any more? All right, well, you
Just
give
a
me...
minute. The wedding ring.
The wedding ring? All right, fine. And now then, here's a showdown question. Your last chance to score and your last try for that Master Farmer title. Calvin Kinshew of Oakfield, Wisconsin, thinks that by now you have proved your worth as farmers, so he wants to test your historical knowledge and see how many presidents of the United States you can name. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Of course, you know all 32, but wait till you start trying to remember them. Now then, Earl, you start off and name one president. Then Elizabeth, you name one, and back to Earl, then back to Elizabeth, and so on and so forth, until one of you fails to name a president in 5 seconds. And remember, 15 points go to the winner, so think fast and talk faster. All right, Earl, you begin.
Franklin Roosevelt.
All right.
Washington.
Franklin. What'd you say?
Washington.
Washington.
Truman.
Truman.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Hoover.
Grover Cleveland.
What did you...
Grover Cleveland.
That's right.
Oh, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. Earl.
Oh, Coolidge.
Coolidge.
Johnson.
Johnson.
Right after Lincoln.
All right.
Wasn't there Pike?
No. No. Earl, you're next. Time's a-wasting. Uh-oh. Time's up. Elizabeth wins the extra 15 points. Yes, sir. And now then, that's the end of our question session, but not the end of our questions. Every one of us is wondering who is the Master Farmer of the Week. Our judges will have the answer to that all-important question in just 1 minute. In the meantime, friends, I know you'll be interested in this letter from Mrs. Charlotte Hendricks, RFD 2, Eugene, Oregon. She has suggested that this week's Friendly Farmer Award be given to her neighbor, Roy Snyder, also of Eugene, Oregon. Let's hear parts of her letter.
In the recent floods which hit our part of the country, Roy Snyder certainly showed himself to be a real neighbor. I am a widow with 2 small boys, and I work in town about 6 miles from my farm. When the water began to rise, I was at work and couldn't get home right away, and Mr. Snyder came over from his farm and started to work getting our electric irrigation outfit and other things out of the way of the water. He fixed supper for the boys and was going to take them home with him if I couldn't get home. After I did, the water was so high that the boys and I couldn't leave the house. We had a cow and 2 calves in the barn about 500 feet away, and we couldn't get to them. So Mr. Snyder again helped the barn and doing the chores. After the water was gone, he helped us rebuild our fences, fix the barn and house, and many other things which we never could have done alone. I think Roy Snyder is a real neighbor.
Yes, Mrs. Hendricks, we think he's a real neighbor, too. Thank you for your very nice letter. And to you, Roy Snyder, out there in Eugene, Oregon, goes this week's RFD America Friendly Farmer Certificate and a Spiegel Merchandise Award, good for $50 worth of hip boots, water wings, a boat, or anything else you want in the catalog. And now, attention, everyone. Here's the big news. Our Master Farmer of the Week is still the lady from Minnesota, Elizabeth Stevermer.
Well, congratulations are certainly in order, Elizabeth. And Earl Wilde, you almost had that title yourself. But now you have your choice of 2 fine prizes from that list that you've just been handed. So which ones do you choose, Earl?
I'd like 3 and 6.
Numbers 3 and 6. Well, we know that Arkansas is a mighty fine state, Earl, and things are mighty nice and clean down in Arkansas with all that cotton and everything. But here's something to clean up the house with, and I know you've made a wise choice. The amazing new Filter Clean vacuum cleaner with no bag to empty. You'll discover there's a fresh new brightness to everything you clean with your Filter Clean. And also something else for the home, Earl. Here's something that should delight any homemaker, maybe the little lady back in Arkansas. A 5-year supply of those smooth, luxurious Dan River percale sheets and pillowcases. And also to you, Earl, our runner-up, goes a very extra special bonus award. It's a $500 strand of Imperial cultured pearls, designed for everlasting beauty and with the rich loveliness which nature only can develop. And your pearls are registered and insured by the Imperial Pearl Syndicate. Congratulations to you, Earl Wilde.
Thank you so much.
And to our Master Farmer goes this lineup of prizes. And Elizabeth, I don't see how you're going to get home with all these prizes we have for you. Here's a dandy right off the bat, a complete set of handsome club aluminum hammered waterless cookware. It's really a dandy. And now, something here that complements any woman's costume, a full year's supply of Klausner Clear Sheer Exquisite Hosiery. And these Klausner nylons are fashioned in personalized proportions to fit perfectly. And here's something for the mister. A big supply of the well-known Glidden Endurance base coat and Glidden Endurance house paint. In fact, there's enough to give either your townhouse or barn a bright new spring glow. And, well, begosh and begolly, look what's here. Yes, sir. You are now the owner, and I suppose you'll want to give these to your husband, too. 10-year supply of those longer-wearing, better-fitting, neater-looking Oshkosh overalls and Oshkosh work shirts. And to our Master Farmer goes this bonus award, Elizabeth, and it ought to make you jump for joy. It's a beautiful mahogany Spartan radio phonograph combination. This Spartan console, known as radio's richest voice since 1926, features an automatic record changer that plays up to 12 records and special AM, FM, and shortwave reception bands. Won't that be wonderful for your home?
Thank you ever so much.
Folks, next week we've really got a surprise for you. We're going to pick a junior Master Farmer, yes, sir? In celebration of National 4-H Club Week, our contestants will all be 4-H Club members, 2 girls and 2 boys, 1 each from the states of Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, and Iowa. We'll see whether the young folks from the farm can do as well as their elders. And tonight's Master Farmer, Elizabeth Stevermer from Minnesota, will be back in 2 weeks to compete with 3 new contestants from another interesting state. So be sure to get in on the fun with our 4-H Club contestants next week. Until then, this is your country question editor, that old RFDer Joe Kelly, saying good night, friends and neighbors, and let's all get together next Thursday night,
Be sure to join us again next Thursday night to meet our grand 4-H Club contestants. This program is a Louis T. Cowan production and came to you from Chicago. Ed Cooper speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
This is WGN Chicago, serving the Middle West.